This past Saturday, your number 1 ranked University of St. Francis football team walked away with a 27-19 victory at number 20 Saint Xavier. Junior running back P.J. Dean paced the Cougs, rushing 31 times for 128 yards with a touchdown. 2 big plays in the second half by the Chicago Cougars pulled St. X to within 5 points of the lead with 8:54 left to play in the fourth quarter. 3 minutes later, Ryan Johnson returned an interception 31 yards to the house as the defense took over for USF's 27th straight win.
Well, first of all, give credit to St. X. It was their homecoming. Their coaches had them well prepared. They played excellent. They played hard. They went after it. We had our chances to put the game away. We had our malfunctions on the headsets early as sideline communication goes down. So in terms of play calls and so forth, we were in a bit of a scramble in the first half, still managed to get 14 points out of it. Second half, we got St. X's old set, and we could at least hear something, but it wasn't great. But anyway, we had our chances to blow the game open and have kind of the same scores we've had the first 3 weeks. We're down in the red zone, and we hit a play action pass out of the backfield to Chris Smith. Get a crazy call, and I checked the rules, and it was one of those things you get. It's a call instead of first to goal inside the 5, we're backed up. We have to take a penalty. I did on purpose to punt it down there and pin him, which we did. And then, they chuck a Hail Mary for a 94, 96, whatever it was, touchdown. And that was a 14-point swing right there that could have really made a big difference in the outcome of the game, or the final score of the game. Outcome was what it was. But we overcame adversity. I think we didn't play our best football game. But things happen for reasons. I thought it was a great learning experience for us. I think we went into the game and we weren't really focused 100%, ready to play, and you have to be. You have to respect all, fear none. I've preached it for 40 years, and maybe I didn't bite into it myself last week. So, the next game's your most important game, and you can't look ahead. And after 40 years doing this, I'm still learning too.
And after the game, we learned that senior linebacker Pearson Harnish set a new Cougar record with 398 career tackles, passing 2006 NAIA Player of the Year Brian Kurtz, who had 393. Harnish was named the MSFA Defensive Player of the Week with 14 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and a QB hurry against St. X.
Well, he is an extraordinary person. He's not only a great football player, and I'm happy for the accolades that he's able to acquire, but he'd be the first guy to say, that's nice, but the important thing is for us to be successful and make sure that our team's playing its best and winning. And I am happy for him. What a great guy. I mean, the guy could be president of the United States in 20 years. He can do anything he wants to do. What a great leader, what a great player. Can't say enough good things about him.
Coach D has also been a great leader through his 40 years of coaching college football. He now has 320 victories under his belt. Last year, he passed Amos Alonzo Stagg, and this Saturday passed Pop Warner for the 8th most wins in college football coaching history. Up next would be Bear Bryant, who finished his career with 323 victories.
Well, it's good for the ego and all that sort of thing. But those guys were great men because they cared about their players and they wanted them to develop in life after football. Never met Pop. He passed when I was 3, or Alonzo. Did meet the Bear. He was a strong figure of a man and was a man of conviction. And I'm honored to be in that mix. But again, the most important thing right now is our players and teaching them to be the very best they can be, positive attitude, great body language, maximum effort each and every play.
And that's exactly how defensive end Malachi Manion has approached his senior season. Against St. X, he recorded a career-high 7 tackles with a sack and took away some positive vibes after the gritty Cougar win.
What I took away was how well our team handled adversity. You know, like when they had the block punt, nobody didn't blame each other. Everybody said, hey, let's get it together. Even with the touchdown, when Willie got beat, I picked up Will. I told Will, I said, hey, man, I still take you over any DB in the nation. Let's just come on, let's bring it back together. And we end up pulling out with a win, thanks to Ryan and Dunton, him tipping the pass to Ryan, taking it back to the house. It was, just one of them games, everybody had to come together, and play all 4 quarters.
Malachi came to USF via Detroit. His hometown taught him a lot, but coming in as a freshman in 2014 was an eye-opening experience, but an experience he holds dear to his heart.
I can honestly say when I came, fresh out of home, from Detroit, I wasn't even ready to grow up yet. That was I remember the first day of camp, I had cried myself to sleep because I was homesick. And, I was kind of like, you could take me out of Detroit, but you can't take Detroit out of me. So I was, credited, being here, 4.5 years, Detroit, made me, but Fort Wayne, molded me into a man.
Yeah, he is a great example for all of our young players, our freshmen, to look at. When he came in as a freshman, I thought, oh boy, this young man is, he's got some things against him, and see how he overcomes. It was a culture shock. It was a big adjustment into a different environment. But the more I got to know him, what a young man of character he is. And he grew, and he latched on to everything that he's learned here, and he's grown from it to what he is today. And what is he today? He's first class. He's a winner. He's a man of a character and integrity. He plays his heart out. He's earned respect and love from team members and the entire coaching staff.
First, I didn't know I was playing for a legend until when he got that 300 win. I'm like, yeah, I'm really playing for somebody, But I have a whole lot of respect for Coach Donnelly. Coach Donnelly was been like a second father here. It was rough because I had people in my corner. I didn't know how to put my trust in other people, but he stayed on me. I remember my freshman year, I was like the first kid, one of the first kids that was in the office. 2 or 3 times a week, he was pretty much telling me, hey, you gotta get yourself together if you want to be a part of this team. So, I took it upon myself to figure out ways how I could be a part of the team. So, I credit, Coach Donnelly because he pushed me to where I wanted to be.
And growing up, it was Malachi's family that pushed him in the right direction. Many of the friends he grew up with stayed hanging out even after the streetlights came on. But his father Marlon and mother Josephine made sure he and his siblings came home and not be a part of the street life.
Growing up on the west side of Detroit, on Joe Road, I would say it was all around rough. I remember I lost so many friends to the streets. People are raised in it. Some people do it because, the lack of housing. I'm growing up around kids who don't have fathers, don't have mothers, they don't have no direction to go to. So I was one of them fortunate ones, to have both parents in the household. Even though my parents are now divorced, I was able to have people around me staying on me, say, hey, we know you gonna make it. We gonna stay on you. We don't want you to be out here on the streets and stuff. But I learned from my dad. My dad, he was in the game, so he stayed hard on me. Anything that I was drifted towards to, he used to pound it on me. He said, hey, this is not what you want. You'll be a statistic. You'll be, I'm glad for me, I made it past 21. That's something I'll forever remember. What made me stay at St. Francis, one of my closest friends, his younger brother, who I was close to, got killed. So I literally told myself in my head, I said, I have to stay here. I have to get myself together. I have to do this now or else I won't be able to do this later. For me, I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to see the world. That's what football gave me, I'm seeing different places. I just want to see something different. So that's what traveling, playing football, and being in Fort Wayne did.
And Fort Wayne's Bishop Darcy Stadium is the place to be this Saturday when the number 1 Cougs host number 6 Marion. 4 national championships combined between the two schools in the past 6 seasons.
This conference is just getting crazy. I mean, Siena Heights is undefeated. Concordia stubbed their toe last week because their great tailback was out. And then, you throw in Indiana Wesleyan and Lawrence Tech into the mix next year. I mean, they're all doing it right. So, yeah, there's some great football teams in other conferences across the country, but they don't have to go through this gauntlet on a weekly basis. So, Marion's, they've done a great job building their program down there. There's a real commitment from the institution to be the best. What they've accomplished in their short period of time has been tremendous. Have respect for them. And there is a rivalry and hopefully a good, sincere, honest respect on both sides, which I think there is. So, this is what you try to teach young men to get ready for is a big game and to be your best and not overthink it, just go play it.
Football gave me everything I know, gave me opportunities, gave me everything I wanted. I built friendships that would last a lifetime with football. Football, I would say, will bring people from different backgrounds, different nationalities, different, beliefs. It will just cultivate you. And I'm like best friends with like some of the guys on the team. You wouldn't even think I'm just living a dream right now. I wouldn't even thought, in a million years I would be winning. I would be had a national championship, let alone 2. So I'm just all around grateful and thankful.
And it's moments like this. The Knights defense comes in ranked number 3 in the NAIA, and their offense ranks number 6. As a member of the St. Francis football team, Malachi has a 2-3 record versus Marion and knows he and his teammate have a battle on their hands this Saturday under the lights at Darcy Stadium.
That physicality, like no other team. That's the most physical team I ever seen. Big O-line. But the smallest guys is probably like 6'3", 290. They got a NFL size tight end. Just sound all across the board. You can expect the best from them. You won't expect no lacking in any form of the game, offense, defense, or special teams. So you could tell who wins the games on who more focused that preparation week. So that's what I take from it.
Defensively, first, second, third level, they got players. They got great pass rushers. They got great athletes on the back end. They pressure well, they cover well, they play the run well coached. Special teams is great. Offensively, their quarterback manages the game extremely well. Their offensive line is very good. They got great skilled players. They got some transfers, Division I guys on both sides of the ball. They got playmakers. They got a great tailback. So, all those things we're going against a great football team. So, Saturday night, 6 o'clock, you kick off with 2 of the best football teams in this division of play. Probably they're going to have to play each other twice, whatever happens on Saturday night. So it'll be a great game. It'll be a competitive game, and I'm sure it'll be fun for the fans.